What up, Kings? Hope you're well. In this video, I want to talk about how AI is already saving agencies thousands and thousands of dollars when it comes to client services and operations. So let me share my screen and I'll show you with some details and some numbers on how these agencies are currently doing this. And I got this data from ChatGPT. Thank you, ChatGPT, because this information is so easy to acquire now. The first step that I did was to look at what the org chart looked like for most agencies that are out there. And I'm using the examples of WPPs, the industry leaders, Publicis, Omnicom, Dentsu, you know the big names. Based on this org chart, most of the mid-level or smaller agencies would kind of typically copy this org chart. And of course, with a few tweaks here and there, but for the most part, most agencies I've noticed, they are pretty much the same. And there's nothing wrong with that, because what works for the big players will also work for the smaller players. But this org chart is already expired and outdated. This is why you're starting to see bigger players doing a lot of layoffs, because they've realized that AI is impacting their bottom line when it comes to operations, and they know that they have to start retooling with AI now before their competitor gets to it. Because if they don't retool, then, of course, the competition is tight out there. It's crazy. So this org chart is based on pre-AI. So let's use 2023 and 2024 as an example. As you guys already know, AI is moving at lightning speed. The bigger players that have more money, they have more access to resources to pay consultants to, give them all the information that they need to make moves and start pivoting. An agency as big as WPP is already pivoting, and they're able to pay top dollar for the consultants that they need to make those changes at lightning speed. Pivoting to an AI-based agency is also quite delicate, I have to add, for the simple fact that you already have a staff that is already used to business as usual, operations as usual. So trying to get that staff to adopt AI is quite difficult. Even in the planning process of this pivot, it's hard to share all your plans, especially for an agency owner. It's really hard to share your plans about this new pivot to AI, because once people discover that they're about to lose their jobs, they won't be too happy about that. So I use some color coding to give you an idea of what I believe will happen, because of AI. So as you can see, right at the top, CEO level, managing director level, there's almost no impact there. In fact, these guys are about to get richer because they don't have to pay some of these people anymore. So the org chart, unfortunately, is going to have to collapse. That means the guys at the top are about to get richer and richer, while everybody else is going to struggle. And the teams that I believe will not be impacted that much by AI will be the media, online advertising execution, because you definitely need people to still do the work. And then the strategy and planning teams, you need those guys. The thinkers, the brains. Production, you need those guys. But the rest of these guys that are in this color right here will be impacted heavily by AI. I'm not going to go through every single team. I'm just going to focus on the client services for this video. So under the client services, you typically have these people that are in charge of client relationships. So these will be people that are good at sales, people that are good at communication, articulating how well the campaign is doing, just being the person between the execution team, the internal teams, and the client. So the bridge. I think within the client services teams, that group will have to be much smaller, because it's much easier than ever now. For the guys over here at the top, it's pretty easy for these guys to learn how to use AI tools that can replace these guys at the bottom here. So let's assume this is a mid-level agency. It's not the big guys. You have one account supervisor and one coordinator. It's nothing for an account director to kind of learn an AI tool that can replace an account supervisor and account coordinator. Then they already saved $240K per year because of AI. Handling project details, communication, and reporting, that can be replaced by AI now. You can get an AI agent, train it on the processes of your agency, and then the account director will be the supervisor of those AI agents. That means you don't need to be paying two other people $120K each. And these numbers are actually coming from Glassdoor. And that's how most agencies are saving $120K per year in salaries. And they can reinvest that money into other things, maybe creative, who knows, maybe paying senior managers bonuses or more money. The teams are about to get smaller, and then everybody's going to lean into AI now. What I'm noticing is you can have an agency that has 100 people that can never outcompete an agency with just 5 people that are armed with AI agents. That team of 5 in 2025, so they become the supervisors of these AI agents. And I truly believe that's the future of the ad agency. The biggest challenge when it comes to pivoting, as I mentioned, is getting your existing team, if you already have an existing team, to adopt the new workflow involving AI agents. It's really hard to train different people. And also, once you announce that you're pivoting to AI, a lot of people are very sensitive about that. And people talk in these streets. And people are scared of losing their jobs. So that means productivity will suffer. They'll be scared that you might replace them. So you're definitely going to need some help when it comes to pivoting to AI. Not only that, even if you're to convince your existing teams to adopt AI or bring in a brand new team, it's going to take at least 6 to 9 months to build a brand new team, even train them up on the new processes. So you're definitely going to need a lot of help there. So I got good news for you guys. If you're ready to work with the best, we can help you redesign your workflow using AI as your new operating system. This means that when it comes to client services specifically, what you're looking at here, I can help you save $240K minimum in annual savings. Schedule time. I'll put a link in the description of this video. We can talk about how to get these AI automations deployed for your agency so that your agency is competitive in 2025 and beyond. Schedule time, and I'll talk to you soon.